So first of all, how can we reduce this very late start? We can, what we recommend is that uh, while we are driving, there can be a communication which is environmental aware. So the cars can be environmental aware, or they can receive a packet from the access point which tells about the environment and tells the car, try sending data after you reach at this point, which can be a very useful indicator. So if so there were, if at very early stage car tries to associate with the access point and since packet is lost, then all of the production phase is gone, and the maximum probability of losing a SYN packet is at that early stage itself. But losing a packet at a later stage, the probability is low because the signal strength will be higher. So if somehow access point can tell a car by sending a packet, initial packet, that which contains the information that try to connect me at the signal strength of minus 75 dBm, or try to connect me after a signal strength of minus 24, after a data rate transfer is achievable at minus 24 Mbps. Don't try to connect me before your signal strength is some large value. So by that, and how the access point can achieve get that data, they can get a historic data in their cars, and in their historic data from the by the previous performance, and then it can recommend it to the car. And while the car will get that data packet immediately, it will try to connect bit later, and of course the probability of SYN packet loss is lower, and hence production phase will be more effectively utilized, because basically we do not care about this early stage and even this exit phase. We are only concerned about this production phase. What is the bitrate algorithm? Okay, now I'll talk about what is bitrate algorithm for mobile environment. And basically bitrate algorithm is a rate control mechanism of 802.11 to maximize total throughput. So as you can see, as you may know, that 802.11g protocol has data rate available at 54, 48, 36, 24, 18, 12, 11, 6, 5.5, the so number of data rates. So how how a client decides at which data rate they have to send the data? Signal strength is not a right parameter. They do not use signal strength as a parameter. They instead use number of retransmissions as a parameter. For example, if they send a packet, it is successful. Every car will try to send a packet at some initial predefined stage, a predefined number. Suppose it is 36 Mbps. They send a data at 36 Mbps, a first data packet. It is well received. They will again send another data packet at 36 Mbps. They again succeed. So after some number of consecutive success, they will increase their data rate to 48 Mbps. However, on the other side, if their packet is lost, there is no acknowledgement received, they will assume that packet is lost, and hence they will reduce the data rate to 24 Mbps. By that, they try to achieve get at an optimum value. Of course, they are not so dynamic as I was talking about. I was just giving an example. They keep some history and some window and number of packets which are to be sent before they reduce or increase their rate. They start at some predefined rate, increase the rate on success of packets, some number of percentage of packets, and they decrease their rate on failure of some number of packets. By this they get to a optimum value at which they can send the data without lot of retransmissions, because effectively retransmissions will reduce total throughput, and goal of bitrate algorithms are to maximize total throughput. So now I'll talk about a one car test, how we were moving. This is, for example, a signal strength. Red line is a signal strength. As you can see, as we are close to the car, signal strength is at a very high value, and as we are going far away from the car, signal strength is reducing. So this is two car test using 802.11b, and this is a 802.11b car. So there are two cars moving in a vehicular communication environment. This is a real setup as I had shown earlier. As you can see, this phase should have been the production phase. However, as both the cars were competing for the data, none of them could get it. So goodput goes down during the overlap. As you can see, there's an initial high throughput, but as soon as the car which was behind the first car came into the picture, it connected to the access point, the total throughput significantly reduced. This is the result of MVMax algorithm. MVMax algorithm is the algorithm in which we said we will not care about fairness, we will care about throughput. We will allow data to be transferred by turns. So they will transfer data one by one. First this will transfer data, and then this guy will transfer data, then this guy. So there's a throughput is consistently maintained. So goodput maintained during the overlap. This is goodput attained by car 1 plus car 2 and car 1 plus car 2 in 802.11. In this region you can see there is a very low amount of throughput, and this has a very high amount of throughput. Okay, so this is a very similar graph, which is more of a telescopic view, and again this is MVMax, in which you can see a consistent throughput across the whole of the car. And this is the end of the presentation. Thank you.